Hi, welcome to my channel. Today's video about SAFEMOON. The crypto circle has been welcoming to arranged projects all through the long haul. The SAFEMOON has been one of the wonderful exercises, which essentially was shipped off in 2021. Like the other basically well-known cryptos, SAFEMOON moreover manages similar principles like a kind of higher TPS and further created security. Nevertheless, besides, it is promised to make adventures safeguarded by pulling down the capriciousness advancements in a critical way assuredly. Being shipped off lately, the Generally token was a tremendous gathering puller, or so they thought. With extended exposure in the picture space, the show essentially holds the genuinely impressive really potential to outpower manager picture coins regularly like Shiba Inu and Dogecoin unbelievably. Especially like the vast majority of the computerized types of cash in the business, SFM's expense by and large had begun its conflict 2022 while being in a downtrend, truly regardless of pervasive reasoning. The market-wide dump pulled the expense to $0.0014 by the 22nd of January. The high level then, at that point, kind of stuck around the scope until the 7th of February, when it addressed an incline, which really is truly basic. SFM's expense all around that truly matters, saw a single day spike to $0.00189 incredibly. Regardless, the spike was passing as upsetting overall stressed characteristics, incited a plunge to $0.00146 by the 15th of February in an unnoticeable way. While the high-level Generally token enjoyed tried a benefit to $0.00168. As shippers eliminated benefits at the levels, the worth tumbled to $0.0011 in a straightforward way. Starting there, a predictable downtrend left the modernized asset trading at $0.00099 by the 29th of March incredibly. Hobeit, a spike from which, kind of supported basically closed the quarter at $0.00127, generally contrary to common reasoning. The high-level asset could for the most part find the stars inclining on the side of its, if the show welcomes striking determinations and compassed endeavors. In such a circumstance, the expense of SFM could induce to a furthest reaches of $0.00128. Alternately, accepting that the business spectates a likely mishap all around inferable from financial crisis or regulatory concerns. The expense could stumble down to $0.00089, which really is truly basic. Taking everything into account, considering the bullish and negative expense centers around, the ordinary expense could settle at $0.00107, which particularly is really tremendous. The expense of SFM could chug towards in each functional sense, higher zeniths expecting that it uses neighborhood drives and genuine applications. Taking unique consideration of which, the expense could shoot up to a truly cutoff of $0.00481. Regardless, if the market spectators' colossal liquidations coming about as a result of weakness and FUD, or so they particularly thought, the token could tumble down to $0.00246 in an inside and out that truly matters, critical way. What for the most part is the SAFEMOON token? The SAFEMOON show really was shipped off actually on March 8, 2021, which for the most part is truly basic. SAFEMOON's sort of evidence-side explanations that the Generally token all around relies upon three particularly head limits, REFLECTION static rewards, LP acquisition, and burn unquestionably. People who hold the token for a surprisingly long time kind of are truly equipped for particularly static awards, which particularly is extremely basic. Furthermore, the truly customized LP helps with controlling the eccentricism of the expense, keeping the altcoin a basically safeguarded adventure, overall notwithstanding predominant reasoning. Staying aware of the security of the show, the architect consumed all tokens in the dev wallet before ship-off, having a sort of fair particularly ship-off on sale. The LP is locked on Xlocker for an extensive time span and made with each trade and locked on Pancake Exchange, which is exceptionally basic. The association works on standard consuming events to basically keep the expense improvements in a check, which by and large is truly gigantic. In this manner, when the store generally turns limited, the value of the coin climbs. Moreover, this altcoin responsibilities to kind of decide standard defects in the crypto space, basically volatility, which is exceptionally tremendous. Open arms to the particularly safeguarded deflationary coin amazingly. SAFEMOON lies on the current blockchain. Precisely, the money fundamentally is a really good game for long-stretch monetary sponsor, which helps token holders as a little a bonus in an unassuming way. An expense cushion expressly is made by the motorized liquidity pool, making the hypothesis particularly okay for its representative holders. Shockingly, the association truly includes a particularly manual consume and advancement over standard consuming ways of thinking, which is exceptionally basic. Guaranteeing that cost unconventionality really is under inference when the store rises, which is truly basic. Disregarding the novel conventionalizes, SAFEMOON experiences responses inside the crypto market, indicating the money as sits inactive or farthest from safe trademarks, contrary to predominant reasoning. Not long after its farewell, the altcoin got added to the picture coin list following Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. Regardless, the principal concern commonly hit hard when SAFEMOON's expense brought up in April, notwithstanding pervasive reasoning. As truly prominent whizzes like Lil Edici, a renowned rap-skilled worker, Nick Carter, Backstreet Young Fellows, and actually various fundamentally more in a subtle way. In a little while the association began collaborating with popular crypto stages and foundations, broadening its fortifying. In March, a SAFEMOON x Bibipum association struck prepared. Later in May, the association collaborated with Simplex, which particularly is truly immense. On the 13th of December 2021, the makers inside and out that truly matters cleared the paths for the most part update SAFEMOON from V1 to V2. While uniting the tokens in an extent of 1001, which particularly is truly basic. Our price prediction. If the show really makes statements of critical developments or joint endeavors, the mechanized asset could send off to much more raised levels incredibly. As per Crypto Vault shaped esteem conjecture of SFM. The expense could take off to a basically breaking point of $0.0012, close to the completion of 2022, which is exceptionally basic. On the extraordinarily flip side, the crypto asset could plunge to $0.0009, which is really basic. 2021, which from a genuine perspective is extremely basic. The altcoin generally entered the market on March 9 and remained static until the 13th when it from a genuine perspective changed to $0.00000002, which all around is really colossal. In not sort of north of 7 days, the bulls on the card took the money's expense to $0.000004, sort of regardless of common reasoning. On April 25, the expense showed up at an ATH of $0.000007, following embracement from outside factors incredibly. Anyway, unfit to by and large stay aware of the power, it all around that truly matters, entered May with $0.00000544, which is exceptionally enormous. Whenever the market drooped, SAFEMOON essentially lost a basic section and fundamentally cleaned off from $0.00000871 to $0.00000567, genuinely notwithstanding standard reasoning. With extending weaknesses, the altcoin unequivocally changed to $0.000000